Hi everyone, it's me, Lubna. Today is Saturday, October 19th, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about being driven by discipline rather than by motivation. So to illustrate that topic, I'm going to share a journal entry that I wrote in this journal, which is the journal that I'm currently working on, and it has an illustration of the tree of life on both the front and the back covers. And I thought that trees are such a good metaphor for life in general, and this kind of relates to one of my recent videos, which I titled "The Heart Reflects the Person." And in that video I had talked about as within, so without. Similarly, using the metaphor of a tree, how we see the tree above ground is a reflection of how the tree is below ground and the quality of the roots of the tree below ground. So I just wanted to bring that up because of this tree of life that is on the covers of my current journal. So I'm going to go ahead and read a journal entry that I actually wrote on Wednesday, October 16th in my journal, which was just a few days ago. And this is the journal entry right here. And I'll read that aloud to you now. Here it goes. Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. The other day, I started reading Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. I had been wanting to read this book in its entirety for a while, but did not feel that I was mature enough, patient enough, or smart enough. But I decided that actually reading it might make me more of these things. I learned that the right time will never come, so why not just do it now? This also reminds me of the following quote by C.S. Lewis from The Weight of Glory. We are always falling in love or quarreling, looking for jobs or fearing to lose them, getting ill and recovering, following public affairs. If we let ourselves, we shall always be waiting for some distraction or other to end before we can really get down to our work. The only people who achieve much are those who want knowledge so badly that they seek it while the conditions are still unfavorable. Favorable conditions never come. So, the lesson to be learned here is that we must take action now, whether or not things are perfect at the present moment. I strive to take action every day, for instance by making my YouTube videos. I make them whether or not I think I am ready, whether or not I feel tired, whether or not I look my best, and whether or not my day is busy. This is called discipline. And discipline is something totally distinct from motivation. When we are driven by motivation, our performance depends upon the changing tides of our moods. Contrarily, when we are driven by discipline, our performance is independent of our shifting moods or level of motivation. Discipline means getting things done even when you do not feel like it, especially when you do not feel like it. When you develop discipline, you learn how to trust yourself and know that you will show up for yourself no matter what. Conditions will never be perfect, and you will never feel perfect. This should not prevent you from taking action. I think discipline is the most crucial habit I learned from all my years of schooling, and which I find myself having to relearn each and every day. I conquer my laziness each and every day. I conquer my urge to be complacent, sedentary, indolent, unoriginal, and impulsive. Of all of the types of labor I force myself to engage in every day, thinking is the hardest and most exhausting of them all. Discipline in thought leads to discipline in action, which results in a disciplined character and a disciplined life. In the words of the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Instead of waiting for the right time to do things, we must take the moment and make it right through action. So that is my journal entry from Wednesday, October 16th that I wanted to share with you. And I thought that it would be important for me to talk about this idea of discipline and how it is distinct from motivation. Again, to reiterate what I had written in my journal entry, when we are driven by discipline, we do what it is that we have to do whether or not we feel motivated. But if we're driven by motivation, then we'll only be doing whatever it is when we feel motivated and when we feel like it. And then if we don't feel like it, we're not going to do it. And I already provided the example of me making my YouTube videos in that journal entry. I wrote that I do it whether or not I feel tired, whether or not I feel like I look my best, whether or not I'm ready. I still do it every day, each and every day. And that is an example of me being driven by discipline rather than by motivation. And I'll share another example from my life of being driven by discipline rather than by motivation. I exercise every day. Every morning before I eat my breakfast, I exercise in the gym for 30 minutes. And I've been doing this for a couple of years now, very consistently. And I do it whether or not I'm busy that day. Even when I was in medical school, during my surgery rotation, for example, I had to show up at the hospital at 7 a.m. So I would wake up at 4 or 4:30 a.m. and then exercise for 30 minutes and then eat my breakfast, take a shower, and get ready and drive to the hospital every single day, Monday through Friday, even though I had to be at the hospital at 7 a.m. for my surgery rotation. And at the end of the day, I felt good about myself because I had done what I told myself I would do, even if I had felt tired and even though I had other things to do, like to be at the hospital. I knew that I had to take care of myself, and it wasn't like a chore in my mind. I didn't think, oh, I have to work out. I thought of it like I deserve to have a healthy body and I deserve to be able to take care of myself and look good and feel good. So it was also this mindset shift that really helped me to be disciplined during that period and onward for the last 2 years in regards to exercise. And the same thing is true about me making my YouTube videos. It's not like a chore for me. It's not like something I tell myself, oh my gosh, I have to make a YouTube video today. It's something I tell myself that I deserve to do. I deserve to have my voice be heard, and I deserve to have these videos as a record of the way that I think and the thoughts that I have for posterity as well as for myself. And I think that, again, as I said in my journal entry, one of the biggest lessons I learned from all my years of schooling, and I've been in school my entire life, and I'm 28 years old now, and I still have a lot of schooling left. But the biggest thing I learned from all of my years of schooling is the habit of discipline and of showing up whether or not you feel motivated and whether or not you want to. And especially being in healthcare, I've learned that through my medical school rotations about showing up whether or not I feel like it. Like some days I might feel very tired or very not good about myself, or I might feel unmotivated, but I still have to show up to my rotation and perform well. And this is also a habit that I took from my mother, who herself is a physician, and I've observed her through the ups and downs of her life. Even while she was going through a divorce with my dad, she still showed up to work each and every day and saw all the patients she had to see and did her duty, and that was discipline. So in that sense, she has been a role model for me as well, especially as she goes through health issues of her own now. She still shows up and gets her work done, and sees the patients that she has to see. So, by sharing this idea of discipline and how discipline is better than motivation as a driving force in our lives, I hope that you learn to cultivate such a discipline in your own life. Whatever field you're involved in, whatever job you do, whether you're a student or an employee somewhere, or even a young person, perhaps you're still in high school and you're watching my video right now. Now is the best time to start cultivating discipline, and you'll set yourself up for a life of success and of achieving what you want to achieve if you show up every single day, no matter how you feel. So I hope that you learned something very valuable from my video today about the importance of discipline in our daily lives, in matters both small and large. And with that, I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.